Hi, and welcome to Jbrc Race Cars. This is Steve. What I'd like to talk to you this evening about is hood scoops. We have a variety of different styles of hood scoops, and in not only having the hood scoops, we have the accessories that we use in-house ourselves for fitting hood scoops to cars that we construct, and offering those same items to you for you to build your own hood scoop or mount your own hood scoop to your car. This happens to be a cutaway of a hood scoop that we used at trade shows before. Basically, again, you're seeing the cutaway of the hood scoop itself, and we're showing a hood scoop inner pan installed. We've spaced the carburetor isolator tray down from the hood scoop inner pan. And then we've also showed one method of attaching the hood scoop itself to the carburetors. When I say spacing this particular inner pan or isolator tray down from the inner pan, what I mean is we normally bond an inner pan that starts out looking like a piece of aluminum that we send you like this, based off the width of the hood scoop and the length. It's rolled so it closes off the back of the hood scoop. This part would eventually be fitted to, say, the windshield contour. Then out of this piece of aluminum, you would cut an oval opening, whether it's a single or dual carburetor situation, creating the cutaway as you see in here. And then an isolator tray, whether it be a single, which we have them for the 5 1/8 inch neck standard Holley carburetors, and the common 7 1/4 Dominator carburetor, this being a single tray. And we can stamp these in both a single or a dual. We get your center spacing on your carburetors, and we have a die here that we stamp and press this out. Okay, so while this hood scoop isolator tray is being shown, I'm holding it in the upside down position. As you can see, when I flip this over, the stamp that we have presses again either the standard Holley or the Dominator in here, and that's your rolled radius that you're seeing in the cutaway. Gives you a nice rolled edge and gives you about a 1/2 inch raise, which normally clears the float bowl screws on the Holley carburetor. From there, we go to several different methods of attaching the hood scoop to the carburetors. This being in the cutaway here, this happens to be a 5/16 male thread that would go into the same base of the carburetor like where an air cleaner stud would go. We supply these to you left long, and then we supply a boxed Zeus plate that would eventually weld to the top of this. And again, this could be positioned at any angle needed when it was cut and welded. And then here's your panel or Zeus fastener for the top of the hood scoop. Along with a couple rivets to install it to the hood scoop. Another method, if you don't want to use through the top, or maybe the carburetors don't have provisions for a center thread hole support like that, many guys use a hood scoop support rod kit. This would be the support rod kit that we sell that has 4-piece rod kit in it. These are tabs that could be used off the motor plate, various places on the engine, and they would go to these quick release ball linkage ends that would be on this side of the support rod. Sometimes it's as easy as maybe drilling, tapping a little 1032 hole into your motor plate itself, threading the ball stud into it, and then the quick release linkage in would be on the other side of the rod, meaning that when you went to hook the rods to them, you would just pull up and lock it in place back onto the location of the 4 stud balls that you have located wherever they are on the engine, or, like I said, mid plate, motor plate. On the top side of the hood scoop, we supply a clevis / eyelet. These would bolt to the hood scoop inner pan. They're supplied with a nylock nut. We generally run them down and leave them float. They're not all the way tight so they can turn and rotate. And then these would be located with a push-pull pin at the top. So you could either pull the pins at the top, leave the 4 support rods dangle or hang from the hood scoop itself, and then attach to the quick release linkage ends at your points on the motor. Another method sometimes of using our hood scoop inner pan, and maybe not an isolator tray, where you have a circumstance where you need to be taller, we have these, what I refer to as a velocity stack, again for the small 5 1/8 inch neck carburetor or the Dominator. These can set on your carburetor, and then that hood scoop inner pan can come down and rest on this. You can use a foam or a rubber, whatever you need against it, and seal it off that way. Where the hood scoop would be cut out into the front end or the hood on the car itself, or where the hood scoop might come in contact with the windshield area of the car, we have a real nice split rubber trim that can be fit around the hood scoop lip or edge or the back of the hood scoop, thus, stopping the hood front end as it comes on and off the car, or scoop from cutting or damaging the windshield or the painted surface of the hood scoop itself. We also have, for the do-it-yourselfer, besides any help that we'll be glad to give you over the phone with the items that you are looking at here, we have in our Volume 2 Body and Interior book, there's a 16-page section in here dealing with fitting of the hood scoop. Really some great information. It's literally one of our fabricators right here in the shop stepping you through, both with photos, diagrams, and text, and literally walking you through a hood scoop installation. Real good piece of information, besides other things that might be valuable to you in this book as well. But a great way to for a do-it-yourselfer to learn how to fit one of these hood scoops. Definitely a challenge, definitely a big job. I've learned from the guys in the shop, just seeing them do it themselves. Not an easy task by any means at all. I definitely would hats off to the racer who attempts to do it themselves, but it is a big job. As a finishing touch on any of our hood scoops, we have a variety of hood scoop plugs for the various hood scoops, and that finishes and kind of complements your installation of your hood scoop. If you have any questions or anything you need help on, feel free to give us a call. We're always here.